So here we are asked to simplify the following radicals, and these are actually dividing by radicals here. So I'm actually going to use this rule right here to help me simplify these, because normally what I could do is I could just simplify the fractions in here, but what I should notice about these, what would be really helpful is if I can figure out my perfect squares. And if you're not sure about perfect squares, I check those out, because knowing perfect squares are going to be really helpful with problems like these and making them a little bit simpler. So what I'm going to do is I'm really going to take this and I'm going to kind of go backwards from what my rule says there. And I'm going to say that the square root of 64 over 16 is the same thing as the square root of 64 over the square root of 16. Now, when I look at this, the square root of 64 I know is a perfect square, which is just 8. The square root of 16, also a perfect square, which is 4. Now I can simplify 8 over 4 to be 2. So I'm using perfect squares and this rule right here where the square root of a number over the square root of another number is equal to the square root of that fraction, a over b. So in this one here, on the second one, it's 16 over 4. Now again, perfect squares here. Square root of 16 I know is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Those both simplify, 4 over 2, which is just 2. Third one, same idea, square root of 100 over square root of 64. Square root of 100 is 10. Square root of 64 is 8. Now I just need to simplify that fraction, divide both numbers by 2, because they both have 2 as a multiple or factor, and I get 5 over 4. I can just leave it as an improper fraction on these ones. And lastly, we got square root of 81 over the square root of 25. Because those are perfect squares, I end up getting 9 for the square root of 81 and 5 as the square root of 25. Can't simplify that anymore, so I have my final answer of 9/5.